Big news coming in with Israeli ground forces entering southern Lebanon, holding key positions to defend Israel's northern border against Hezbollah and strengthen the frontline security. This is the Lebanese armed forces withdrawing from the border with Israel following an announcement of Israeli ground operations in Lebanon. So that is the breaking news coming in on video. Lebanese forces are withdrawing from the border. The Israeli ground forces have entered the southern part of Lebanon, holding key positions to defend Israel's northern border against Hezbollah and strengthen the frontline security. Lebanese armed forces withdrawing them from the border. Vishal, my colleague, joining us in order to get us the latest on this. This is a big, huge, turn when the war, as far as the conflict is concerned. With them, in fact, the Israeli forces, they're managing to hold on to those key positions in order to defend their border.
Well, there are several, angles to this story because we've heard in the recent past, especially in the last 18 months or so, Lebanese forces had to, draw some line as to how far they could go when it comes to, confronting the Israeli forces that seem to be holding a lot of these southern Lebanese grounds. According to the ceasefire agreement, both sides had to vacate some of the areas. There had to be a buffer ground. Whether Israel has, breached that ceasefire treaty, whether Israel is trying to gain new grounds into the Lebanese side, that remains to be seen. But there seems to be clear withdrawal from the Lebanese forces. This is the visual that we've picked up recently. There will, of course, need to be further corroboration as far as the visuals are concerned, but seems to be that the Lebanese forces are retreating from there, and the Israeli forces will be coming in and trying to, start a new operation against the Hezbollah forces that seem to be down and out in the last 1 year or so of repeated strikes. But there are still some splinter groups of, Hezbollah that are still functioning. So that is what is Israel's, objective here. They want to root out whatever remains as far as Hezbollah's operations are concerned.
Right, so they have entered through the southern part of Lebanon. Explain to us what's really happening on the ground at the moment.
So this is the axis, the so-called axis of resistance, of which Hezbollah is the most prominent member. Axis of resistance comprises of Hezbollah, Hamas in Gaza, and also Houthis across the ocean from in Yemen. So these are some of the biggest forces, and also some Iran-backed forces in the Iraqi territory. So these are some of the allies that Iran has across the Middle East that seem to help time and again as far as Iran's causes are concerned. But Hezbollah and all of these allies, they seem to be down, they seem to be quite weakened, and Lebanon in particular is the hotbed of Hezbollah activity. So that is what Israel is trying to achieve. It's trying to get into the territory and also trying to root out whatever operations of Hezbollah remain.
Right, 70 Hezbollah sites were also destroyed according to claims that have been made by Israel. Take us through the role that Hezbollah plays and how is Hezbollah come into this conflict between Iran and Israel.
So as I mentioned, Divya, Hezbollah is at the center of axis of resistance. It is the only powerful remaining group, a powerful group in the axis of resistance, which can seemingly do some damage to the Israeli side. It already claims to, penetrate the skies in some occasions, at least 3 occasions that it has claimed in the last 24 hours, that it has been able to, inflict some damage on the Israeli bases that are, adjoining to the Lebanese border. But these are, some of the unconfirmed reports, only one-sided reports. Israel has so far not commented on it. Israel has just started one operation after the other, and this is the level of engagement that Israel is willing to, engage in, and it remains to be seen how far will Israel go.